So we continue our journey, leaving the large cruise ship behind. We go off in search of life. So every time we complete a mission, we get some new coordinates to investigate. The only issue being, after some time of travelling, you're probably going to have your battery run out. So we'll just replace that real quick, smash those coordinates in, and let's go to our next destination. So now we have our new engines, we're steaming ahead. And with a few planks to power us along, we're heading off to Balboa Island. Don't forget, however, as soon as you arrive somewhere, you're going to need to put in a little prep work before you explore. And this island's huge, so you're going to want to do a fair bit of prepping. So by now you should be making plastic bottles to replace your mugs, building a barbecue to replace your little campfire, and finally, most importantly, upgrading your weapon from a little stick spear to a bow at least. And you're going to want to implement this as soon as possible, because on this island you're going to need all the help you can get. So enough of the boring stuff, let's venture forward. In we splash a little bit off the island as usual. Watch out for old Sharky Boy and he don't bite your ass. And then jump onto the land there and away we go. As we come onto the mainland, if the warnings weren't enough and you thought the shark was a bit of an issue, wait till you see your first bear. So when you do come across a bear, forget everything you've been taught about crawling in a ball or making yourself large. Just shoot first, ask questions later. If you follow this advice, you should come out on top. Just don't forget to retrieve your arrows, and then you can be on your merry way to your next bear encounter. Also, if you want to appear a bit more intimidating, don't forget to wear his head as a trophy and let the other bears know that you mean business. Okay, so enough of the prepping and killing. It's time to explore the island. The island does seem very large on approach, but don't let that put you off. There are some signs to guide you around. Although with all good games where exploration is key, don't forget to venture off a little so you can look for the new resources. There is honey and wild berries to be had, and you need to collect these. Notes are also spread out all over the island, and there's lots of quirky little camps to investigate. So just take your time and explore it. Just make sure you've got plenty of water and food with you. If you're short on time or just want to do the mission straight away, the main purpose of the island is to turn on the 3 relay stations placed all over the island. So your first stop, if you want to do this, should be the lodge, because it gives you detail and lets you know what's going to be going on. And here you'll also find your first blueprint for biofuel and a note inside. And then as you come out, right next door is your first relay tower.
Three months ago, my sister Astrid and I were put in charge of the ranger station on Balboa. We handled the bear population and kept the relay towers operational. The next shift was meant to start weeks back, but the replacements never showed up. Henry suggested that I start writing things down after Astrid disappeared, so that I'm not feeling so lonely anymore. I asked Miranda, but she and Henry won't tell me anything. Oh, they're hiding something. Did they figure out there's only space for 2 of them on the boat?
And that's it. After you flipped your first tower, head off towards the second one using the signposts and flip the switch there, and then off to the third and so on. Once you've finished, you'll be rewarded again with another blueprint and some coordinates.
Yeah, could you be an angel and help me out a bit? I know you big time. Man.
He would leave us behind! We can't have that!
Father has to make a decision. I know it won't be me, so I will be spared. The guilty lay restless. We must be punished if we are to rest.
And with an added bonus as well, you can also go back and put the light bulb on top of the head outside the lodge. And then finally, don't forget to look around for the rest of the honey, and of course any notes you may have missed before heading off to your next coordinates.